What's up, momentum builders? Okay, so I need to say something that might be controversial, but someone needs to say it. A 50-30-30 budgeting rule, the one that every financial guru tells you to follow, the one that says spend 50% on needs, 30% on wants, and save 20%, it's broken. And it's probably keeping you poor. I know, that's a bold statement, but hear me out. I followed the 50-30-20 rule religiously for almost 2 years. I tracked every dollar. I split everything perfectly into those categories. And you know what happened? I stayed exactly where I was. My savings grew a little bit, sure, but I wasn't building wealth, I wasn't creating momentum. I was just barely getting by. And honestly, I was miserable because I felt guilty every time I wanted to spend money on something I actually enjoyed. And then I discovered something. I started studying how wealthy people actually manage their money. And guess what? They're not following the 50-30-20 rule. They're doing something completely different. So today, I'm breaking down why the traditional budgeting advice doesn't work for most people. And I'm showing you the momentum-based budgeting system that actually builds wealth while letting you enjoy your life. This is the system that changed everything for me, and it can do the same for you. Let's get into it. Why the 50-30-20 rule fails. Alright, so let's talk about why the 50-30-20 rule doesn't actually work for most people. First problem. 50% for needs? In what world? If you're living in any major city, your rent or mortgage alone might eat up 40 to 50% of your income. Add in utilities, car payment, insurance, groceries, and you're way over 50% before you even get to the wants category. The math just doesn't work for a huge portion of the population. This rule was created in a different economic reality, and it hasn't adjusted for how expensive life actually is today. Second problem. The categories are too rigid. Life doesn't fit neatly into needs and wants. Is your phone a need or a want? You probably need it for work, but you also use it for entertainment. What about that gym membership? Is health a need or a want? You end up spending so much mental energy trying to categorize every purchase that you get exhausted. And when you get exhausted, you just stop budgeting altogether. Third problem. It focuses on restriction, not growth. The 50-30-20 rule is all about limiting your spending. Don't spend too much here, save 20% there. Save 20% there. It's a scarcity mindset, and scarcity mindsets don't build wealth. They just make you feel guilty about spending money. And here's the biggest problem. 20% savings sounds great, but if you're making $3,000 a month, 20% is only $600. You're never going to build serious wealth saving $600 a month. I mean, you'll have an emergency fund eventually, sure. But actual wealth, financial freedom, that takes way longer than it should. The 50-30-20 rule keeps you stuck in the middle. You're not broke, but you're not wealthy either. You're here to build actual wealth. So let's talk about what actually works. The momentum-based budgeting system. Alright, so here's the system I use now. I call it momentum-based budgeting, and it's built on a completely different philosophy. Instead of focusing on limiting spending, we're focusing on growing income and investing in assets. Instead of dividing everything into rigid percentages, we're prioritizing what actually builds wealth. Here's the framework. There are 5 categories, and they're prioritized in order of importance. Category 1, pay yourself first, 20 to 30%. Essentials, 40 to 50%. Category 3, wealth builders, 10 to 20%. Category 4, freedom fund, 5 to 10%. Category 5, guilt-free spending, whatever's left. Now, before you freak out because the percentages don't add up to exactly 100, that's intentional. These are ranges. Your exact percentages will depend on your income, your goals, and your situation. The key is the priority order and the mindset behind each category. Let me break down each one. Category 1, pay yourself first. Category 1, pay yourself first. 20 to 30%. This is the first thing that happens when you get paid. Before you pay any bills, before you buy anything, you pay yourself. This money goes straight into savings and investments. And here's the key, it's automated. You set up an automatic transfer the day after you get paid. The money moves from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts before you even see it. Why is this first? Because if you wait until the end of the month to save what's left over, there will never be anything left over. Life happens. Unexpected expenses pop up. You end up spending it. But when you pay yourself first, you're prioritizing your future. You're building wealth before you do anything else. Now, 20 to 30% might sound like a lot. And if you're just starting out, maybe you can only do 10 or 15%. That's fine. Start where you can, but work your way up. For me, this category is where real wealth gets built. This is the money that's going into my investment accounts, my retirement accounts, my savings for future opportunities. And here's the psychological shift. When you pay yourself first, you stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like an investor. You start seeing yourself as someone who builds wealth, not someone who just spends money. That mindset shift alone is worth everything. Category 2. Essentials. This is your rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance. The stuff you actually need to survive and function. Now, notice this percentage is lower than the traditional 50%. That's intentional. Because when you're serious about building wealth, you need to be ruthless about keeping your essentials as low as possible. And I know what you're thinking, but I can't control my rent. I can't control my rent. I can't control gas prices. True. But you can control where you live. You can control what kind of car you drive. You can control whether you need that expensive phone plan or if a cheaper one would work just fine. Here's what I did. I looked at every single essential expense and asked myself, is there a way to lower this without sacrificing my quality of life? I switched to a cheaper phone plan. I started meal prepping instead of buying lunch every day. Little things that added up to hundreds of dollars a month. And that extra money, I put it back into category 1, pay yourself first. The goal with essentials isn't to live like you're broke. It's to be intentional. It's to not waste money on things that don't actually matter to you. Rich people keep their essentials low so they can invest more. That's the secret. Category 3, wealth builders. Category 3, wealth builders, 10 to 20%. This is the category that makes the momentum-based system different from everything else. Wealth builders are expenses that directly increase your income or build assets. This is investing in yourself and your future earning potential. What counts as a wealth builder? Things like online courses that teach you valuable skills, books, coaching or mentorship, tools and software that help you work more efficiently or start a side hustle, networking events, anything that has a direct ROI and helps you make more money. This is not the same as the pay yourself first category. That money is going into savings and investments. This money is going into building your skills and your income streams. For me, this category has been game-changing. I've spent money on courses that taught me freelancing skills. I've bought software that helped me create digital products. I've invested in tools for this YouTube channel, and every single one of those investments has paid for itself multiple times over. Here's the mindset. Wealthy people don't just save money. They invest in things that make them more money. They understand that spending $1,000 on a skill that increases their income by $5,000 is the best investment they can make. Most budgeting systems tell you to cut, but the momentum-based system says invest in yourself. Grow your income, build wealth faster. That's the difference. Category 4, Freedom Fund. Category 4, Freedom Fund. 5 to 10%. This is your emergency fund plus your take a risk fund. The first goal here is to build a solid emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account. This is what gives you stability and peace of mind. But once you have that emergency fund built, this category becomes something even more powerful. It becomes your freedom fund. This is money you can use to take calculated risks. Start that side hustle you've been thinking about. Invest in an opportunity that comes up. Take a month off to focus on building something new. This is a fund that gives you options, and options equal freedom. I can't tell you how many times having this fund has allowed me to say yes to opportunities that I would have had to pass up otherwise. Like when I had the chance to take on a big freelance project that required me to invest in some equipment upfront. I didn't have to stress about it or put it on a credit card. I used my freedom fund, and that project ended up generating thousands of dollars in income. Or when I wanted to take a week off to focus entirely on creating digital products, I could do it because I had a financial cushion. This category is what separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck. Because building wealth requires taking risks. And you can't take risks if you're living paycheck to paycheck with no cushion. That's how you create real financial security. Category 5, guilt-free spending. And finally, Category 5, guilt-free spending. Whatever's left, this is everything else: eating out, entertainment, hobbies, travel, shopping, fun. And here's the key word: guilt-free. Once you've paid yourself first, covered your essentials, invested in wealth builders, and built your freedom fund, you get to spend whatever's left without any guilt whatsoever. This is where the momentum-based system is so much better than traditional budgeting. Traditional budgeting makes you feel bad about spending money on things you enjoy. It creates this constant tension between enjoying your life now and saving for the future. But with this system, there's no tension. You've already taken care of your future. You've already invested in yourself. Now you get to enjoy your life. Want to go out to dinner with friends? Do it. No guilt. Want to buy that thing you've been eyeing? Go ahead. No guilt. Want to take a weekend trip? Book it. No guilt, because you've already done the important stuff. This is your reward for being financially responsible. And honestly, this is what makes the system sustainable. I stuck with the 50-30-20 rule for 2 years and was miserable. I've been using the momentum-based system for over a year now, and I actually enjoy it. Because I'm building wealth and enjoying my life. That's the point. You shouldn't have to choose between living now and securing your future. You should be able to do both. How to implement this system. Alright, so let's talk about how you actually implement this system starting today. Step 1. Calculate your after-tax income. How much money actually hits your bank account every month? Step 2. Set up automatic transfers for Category 1. Pay yourself first. Even if it's just 10% to start, automate it. Make it happen before you see the money. Step 3. List out all your essentials and see where you can optimize. Can you lower your rent by getting a roommate? Can you refinance your car? Can you cut any subscriptions you don't actually use? Get those essentials as lean as possible without sacrificing your quality of life. Step 4. Identify your wealth builders. What skill would increase your income? What course would help you? What tools do you need? Allocate 10 to 20% of your income to these investments. Start building your freedom fund. Even if it's just $50 or $100 a month. Get that emergency fund to 3 months of expenses, then keep building. Step 6. Enjoy the rest guilt-free. Seriously, once you've done steps 1 through 5, spend the rest on whatever makes you happy. And as your income grows, every category grows proportionally. You're paying yourself more, you're investing in yourself more, you're building your freedom fund faster, and you have more guilt-free spending money. That's momentum. That's how wealth builds. The results. Let me share what happened when I switched to this system. In the first year of using the momentum-based system, my net worth increased by 40%. Not because I was making a ton more money at first, but because I was prioritizing wealth building over just trying to save scraps at the end of the month. My income increased because I was investing in wealth builders. I took courses, I built tools, I built skills, and those investments directly led to more income. My stress decreased because I had a freedom fund. I wasn't living paycheck to paycheck anymore. I had options. And weirdly, I was actually spending more on things I enjoyed and feeling better about it. Because it wasn't guilt spending. It was intentional, guilt-free spending after I'd already taken care of everything important. That's what's possible when you stop following broken rules and start using a system that actually works. Outro. So there it is, the momentum-based budgeting system that actually builds wealth while letting you enjoy your life. Stop trying to fit your life into someone else's rigid percentages. Stop feeling guilty about spending money on things you love. Start prioritizing wealth building. Start investing in yourself. Start creating real financial momentum. Now here's my question. Are you ready to ditch the 50-30-20 rule and try something that actually works? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this video opened your eyes to a better way of managing money, smash that like button and subscribe to Momentum Money. We drop new videos every Friday to help you build unstoppable financial momentum and create real wealth. Remember, budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about intention. It's about building the life you actually want while securing your financial future. Now go set up that automatic transfer and start paying yourself first. Your future self will thank you. I'll see you in the next one. This content is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult with professionals before making financial decisions.